from our 7 Tasmania studios. Your nightly news with Peter Murphy begins now.
A state government decision to ditch an independent review into Tasmania's Integrity Commission has drawn major criticism. Local MPs also citing concerns with the Commission's ability to scrutinise ministers, blaming a lack of resources, despite the government insisting funding has increased over the past decade.
So what we need to see from the Premier now is a very clear explanation to Tasmanians about what his government will be doing to make sure the Integrity Commission can undertake its work.
At the moment, we just don't have any confidence that the Integrity Commission has the resources that it needs and that the government is willing to cooperate with them.
The Commission's fate, no doubt, set to be debated when Parliament returns next week. Home prices across Hobart have continued to decline, the only Australian capital city to do so, according to new data. While it's good news for buyers, but they're warned to get in quick with a spike on the horizon.
Going once, going twice.
And sold. Congratulations to the right here.
Now dubbed a good time to buy, but first home buyers have competition.
This year there's been a lot of buoyancy in the market. I feel that investors are coming back, definitely from that Sydney and Queensland where it's really booming.
Tasmania's capital defying a national rebound after the Reserve Bank's decision to cut interest rates. Hobart's house prices falling for the third consecutive month, according to the latest PropTrack data.
Once interest rates come back, and if it's predicted that it's going to be 3 or 4 times in the next 12 months, you'll find that prices will slowly go up.
Buying a home is, on average, still slightly more expensive than it was this time last year, while open homes across Hobart didn't seem to be drawing huge crowds today. There's no denying the price drop is music to the ears of buyers.
If the prices come down, that's when you buy.
We thought nice block of land at the back, maybe look for a couple of units, something to do, I guess, yeah.
Across the state, sellers aren't faring much better. House prices also slightly down during February, but that's still nearly 4% higher than the same time last year. Buyers warned to snag a bargain before Tasmania's prices catch up with the rest of the country.
If you look at historic facts over the last 100 years, historically, long-term, real estate values generally go up.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
The state government is facing mounting pressure to come clean on its plans to lease the new Spirit ship. It says the Scottish government denies speculation it would use the vessel to house Ukrainian refugees.
The Scottish government's saying it's not true. The Tasmanian government shut up shop. What on earth is going on here? This is so serious for Tasmania.
The government remains tight-lipped, saying the TT line is in active negotiations to secure a lease, and it's not appropriate to provide further commentary. The Nurses Union is concerned crucial health workers won't be deployed to our West Coast unless the federal government commits to its proposed nurse practitioner model. It wants a $3.65 million funding package to be confirmed before the election caretaker period begins.
Our members fear that signing a contract with that funding envelope will mean that the project will not be a success.
The Health Minister did not respond to our request for comment. Pest controllers have begun releasing a disease deadly to rabbits across the state. In an effort to curb wild numbers, experts say now is a good time to spread calicivirus among parts of Brighton, Exton, Baghdad and Deloraine. The rollout of the virus has proved challenging in past years, with the spray unavailable across much of the country. Loved ones of a Tasmanian man who died from blood cancer in 2023 have parted ways with some of their hair for the world's greatest shave. In just over 12 months, his family has raised over $30,000 for the Leukaemia Foundation.
Saying goodbye to some of their locks, soon to sport a fresh look. Participating in the world's greatest shave, a cause close to their heart after losing loved one Josh Hills to cancer almost 2 years ago.
It was for my cousin, so really can't complain. Like, it's amazing. It's all the money we've raised has been so good. So I just feel really light now.
Happy to get rid of it. I was going to do it anyway. I've known the Hills family since I was 5. I'm 47 now, so Yeah, I know the family from a long time.
The father of two was fit, healthy and enjoying his life, but this all changed after receiving news he thought he'd never hear. Diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma in 2019.
It was a real journey from there. He had 2 stem cell transplants.
He sadly died in 2023, 2 months shy of his 48th birthday.
He loved, loved life to the full. He really did. He had some really great network of friends.
His family continued to honour his life through the annual A Day for Josh event, raising vital funds for the Leukaemia Foundation.
Well, look, we set a goal of $10,000. We're already over that.
Helping the foundation provide support for families during a cancer diagnosis, remissions and bereavement.
We provide accommodation, home away from home, when they go for treatment on the mainland. Financial assistance in the form of fuel vouchers to get them to and from their treatment.
Josh is being remembered by his family and friends as the light of their lives. Rebecca Gaidanera, 7 Tasmania News.
Cruz Hewitt is following in his famous father's fabulous footsteps, on the cusp of clinching his first title at just 16 years of age. The Aussie young gun putting up an epic fight to clinch the first spot in the final of the Launceston International.
A 3-set showdown setting up a shot at history.
Game, set match, Hewitt. 2-1.
After winning the first 7-6, slumping in the second to Sun Hun Shin 6-1, Hewitt dug deep in the third.
Just the mentality to keep fighting like my dad did, I guess. You know, just had to keep fighting. Every point matters.
6-3, what he needed to book a spot in the final.
6-3.
Just super proud of my efforts this week. And yeah, let's keep it going. One more match tomorrow.
His semis victory cheered on by an electric Launceston crowd.
Game, Hewitt.
Felt like the Australian Open, they were really loud and just those tough moments, I think they got me through, and that's why I got the win in the end.
If he gets over the line tomorrow, it's a big win at an age we know all too well. Dad Leighton took out his first title in Adelaide in 1998. Also 16 years old.
Obviously it would, but I'll just do the same things I've been doing, prepare well and leave it all out there.
Whether Dad will be in town tomorrow is still up in the air.
I was meant to be at a wedding today, so I'm sorry to that person. So, I don't know, we'll see.
Hewitt is up against fellow Aussie Jason Kubler in the decider. Victoria Risto, 7 Tasmania News.
Sounds like he's got a great mindset. Meanwhile, South Australian footy powerhouse Norwood has touched down in the Apple Isle, ahead of tomorrow's Senior Talent Academy rep clash with the Tassie Devils. It's looking like something of a homecoming, with the South Australian club bursting with Tassie talent across both the men's and women's squads.
Get to their family, which obviously living in Adelaide, they don't get that opportunity as often.
The match also a chance to scout potential Tassie talent for the VFL.
W and VFL teams hopefully coming into the league next year, we'll be able to retain more of our talented products coming through the under-18 Devils, both men and women.
Tomorrow's match is the first of 5 games this year.
Good evening. It was 24 in Hobart today, Launceston, Devonport and Burnie all 21. Further across the state this Saturday, Maria Island recorded 25, 24 at St Helens and Friendly Beaches, Flinders Island and Bushy Park 22, King Island, Smithton Grove and Low Head all 21 and 19 at Strawn. Low cloud is seen here about the west. More isolated cloud sits about parts of the state with the exception of the east. Severe tropical cyclone Alfred lies over the southern Coral Sea. Small amounts of mid to high cloud extend over SA, inland WA and central New South Wales. Tomorrow high advances over the Bight as the trough runs across northern Australia. West to southwesterly winds reaching up to 30 knots in the south. Swells remain west to southwesterly, increasing up to 5 metres. A strong wind warning has been issued tomorrow for waters between Tasman Island to Low Rocky Point. Partly cloudy conditions for the south this Sunday, 19 the top for Hobart, as Run the Bridge kicks off bright and early tomorrow morning. 20 at Richmond and also at Ouse. A bit of cloud too for Launceston, 24, 22 and fine at Devonport, 22 at Deloraine as well, with a possible late shower there. Burnie mostly sunny, 21, 18 and partly cloudy at Strawn. A cloudy day in Curry with 20 the maximum. Cloudy and 20 also at St Helens, partial cloud at Swansea 22, 21 and possible showers at Whitemark. Forecast for Monday, possible light showers developing about the north but fine elsewhere. Light showers continue about elevated parts of the north on Tuesday, and on Wednesday fine apart from evening showers developing about the west with some temperatures nudging close to 30 degrees. To mainland conditions now for Sunday. Possible showers for Canberra and Sydney tomorrow, fine in Perth and Cairns 33, 21 in Melbourne with showers clearing. 19 and cloudy in Hobart, but mostly sunny at Launceston with 20, partly cloudy also at Devonport. Now, I've taken your advice, Murph, and enjoyed some longer days this week in the beautiful northwest. A shout out to the locals in Stanley for their very generous hospitality.
Well, I'm glad you did take that trip, Kai, and I'm also glad you don't like crayfish. I'm set for tomorrow. Meanwhile, that's all our news for now. Enjoy the rest of your night's viewing. Good night.